your dreams. I'm back. I'm back. Oh, yes, I'm back. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Bled Inspires. This is episode number 4. Thank you so much for joining us through this lockdown, through this tough time in the world. We are here to inspire you, motivate you, and ignite you. And today, I'm so happy to be with my brother online from Indonesia, Mr. Barry Likumahuwa.
Hello there, my name is Barry Likumahuwa. I'm a bass player, producer, music director. I'm 36 years old. I'll be 37 this year. I've been in the industry of music in Indonesia since 2002, I think, or 2003 probably. So it's about almost 18 years now. Um, and I've been blessed to work with a lot of Indonesian musicians and famous singers, and also with international musicians. Um, the last guys that I've been working with is Mike Stern and also Jeff Lorber. And previously, I've been working with Kirk Whalum, Ezra Brown from the United States, Blessing Chimanga, of course, and lots of other musicians from around the world. So yeah, I've been blessed with lots of opportunity to work with amazing people.
Thank you, Barry, for being with us today. Please tell us what got you to be where you are. I mean, you are such an icon in Indonesia. You are big even online. And was it a song? Was it because you played for someone? What is it? What got you to be this big in Indonesia and abroad?
So basically, I played in clubs and in malls in whatever place I can. So it's basically just doing like regular music, playing top 40 and sometimes jazz as well. And then I met this one guy. He's actually a very famous singer in Indonesia. His name's Glenn Fredly. And then I worked with him back from 2003 up until 2007. And then during that time, we toured a lot, and I was lucky enough to be selected as one of the bass players in this Indonesian compilation album for bass players. It's called the Bass Heroes, that was released back in 2006, and I was lucky enough to be included in the album. So I guess probably that's one of the main factor that I've become well known in the Indonesian music scene, especially for bass players. And then back in 2007, 2006, I started my own project. It's called the Biltmore Project. And 2008, I released an album. And back then, jazz was kind of a thing here in Indonesia, and lots of young people that loves the music. And probably it's just the perfect timing for me as I released the album. And it's not all instrumentals and not all bass, but I included some vocals there as well. I featured some of Indonesian singers there, so probably that's one of the reasons. And there's this one song that is actually very famous back then. Basically, that's the title of the song. That's probably one of the songs that made me raised, and people know my name. One of the reasons, and probably because there's not much. I mean, we have a lot of bass players here in Indonesia, but not much of them consider themselves as leaders, and so probably I was one of the first guys that actually did that. So yeah, that's how I got to be where I am right now.
Amazing how time matters in one's life, and of course being with the right people at the right time in the right place. And this is such a testimony. Thank you so much. But what are the 3 things that have worked for you to become successful?
Probably one of the of course the most important thing is you have to be skillful. You have to know your instrument. You have to know your music, um, and then second of all, work ethics, attitude, and showing up on time, something like that. And number three, probably being excellent. I always want to be excellent in anything that I do, whether if it's me playing just as a session player, or when I'm the leader, or even if I'm arranging songs, or if I'm just a producer. But I always try to give my best. So probably that's the three most important things that has worked out for me. Once again, that's skillful, and work ethics, and excellent. That's it.
I'm personally learning, and I'm sure all the people that are watching this and that will watch this will also learn something. I've realized that on your social media posts, you always write passion, purpose, and integrity. Can you tell me more about these three words?
Well, I'm a Christian, and I believe that God gave me passion and gave me talent, and I'm pretty sure that my passion leads me to my purpose. So since I was like probably 10 or 9 years old, I always know I want to be a musician. So that's my passion, and then I found out that it leads me to my purpose. And after you have the passion and then you have the purpose, and then to keep yourself going, you have to have the integrity. The integrity part is probably one of the most important thing, because it's actually the one that makes you, it defines your character, it defines who you are, and it defines how excellent you want to be, it defines how hardworking you can be. So basically, the passion leads me to the purpose, and the purpose, for me to keep the purpose and the passion along, I have to have integrity um, put into it.
Hmm, this is really deep stuff. Barry, I know that you are a Christian. Can you tell me how it has been for you being a Christian and yet also very influential in your country and in the music industry?
Honestly, being a Christian in Indonesia, it's not that easy, but it's not that difficult as well. Luckily, here in Indonesia, we all believe in God. We have six different religions, but basically, we all believe in God. So having my faith in God is, it's not something that is odd or weird. They don't look at it as something like that. But probably it's not easy to always convey the message, because sometimes you have to be aware and you have to be cautious. You don't want people to think as if you are trying to convert people to Christianity. But I always try to share my values in terms of life and in terms of music itself, because I truly believe that music and life is something that actually it goes back to back and it goes hand in hand, because you can actually reflect your life through your music. So I believe that as a Christian, it's my duty to actually share my values. Um, from something as simple as saying thank you, it's something that I always try to do as a habit. And right now, it's being a culture here in my team. As a team, we always say thank you, even to the guys on stage, like the crews, the technician who helps us out. And I always encourage my band members to say thanks for helping us out. Say thanks to for as simple as providing us with cables, providing us with drinks.
I'm reminded of the scripture, greater is he who is in me than who is in the world. And it's so inspiring to hear from you that, there's so many gods in your country, but it's what you do that make people see the real God. And so thank you for sharing this with us. In 10 years' time, where do you see yourself?
Myself in 10 years. Well, actually, I'm working out who I want to be since 5 years ago. I always try to look uh, past 5 years ahead or 10 years ahead, but probably 10 years from now, I see myself as a producer. Of course, I still play bass, but mostly it's a studio session and mostly helping young upcoming musicians to work out their music, to work out their art. So it's me helping out the youngsters. So that's who I see for myself 10 years from now. I want to be useful for the next generation, and I want to be helpful for them.
It's been amazing having you here, my brother. Any final words of inspiration and just share with us, man.
I would like to encourage all the musicians out there, the young ones, to find their own sound, find your own sound. Don't try to be somebody else, but always try to be yourself, because you are created unique and you're different than other people, and difference is good. And music is not just a technicality or a skill that you have to acquire and to learn, but rather it's a gift, an ability, a talent to share goodness, to share joy, to share hope. So make sure that you understand the value of music itself. You understand your own value, and try to share message of hope through your music. God bless you.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you've enjoyed the episode 4 of Bled Inspires. And you know, Barry said something and I caught. He said, find yourself, be unique, and being different is good. I hope those words sink in and they will change your life and your story. Please do go on YouTube, go on Instagram and Facebook and look for Barry Likumahuwa, the name like how it's written on the screen, and support my brother and support his work, for we are in this together to inspire you, motivate you, and ignite your dreams. God bless you and hope to see you on the next Bled Inspires.